I realized that going to all these doctors, it wasn't helping me.
Mhm.
I was being told that, there wasn't anything wrong with me, there wasn't anything they could do, and I would just have to learn how to live with it, but they wouldn't tell me how to learn to live with it. So I started to recognize that this story was being pressed upon me, that I was 22 to 26 or 24, and I would have to just learn to live like this. And that was the end of my story. And that was basically my life from now on, because these doctors weren't giving me the tools or telling me how to live with it and what that meant. So I realized that in order for me to feel better and to live a life I wanted, I really had to take ownership. And for me, that meant starting really small with changing little things with my day. So I recognized that the time I spent so much time during my day reading about pain and reading about other people's pain and kind of almost projecting other people's stories and impressions of their pain onto myself and thinking, I basically was catastrophizing and psychologically self-sabotaging because I was scared. And when I made this mental shift to disassociate from other people's stories about myself, but also other people's stories about their own pain, I started to take the reins back and I was like in the driver's seat essentially. So I first started with just language because I couldn't move that much. So I started with using different language. So I made sure that I never said, I have pain, my pain, or the pain's killing me. I essentially just practiced mindfulness when it comes to how I speak about what kind of language I use, how I speak about the pain that I was living with. And I emphasized the word live with my story. So I'm living with pain, even when I was still in a wheelchair and living with my parents. I was still saying that this is a life. I'm living with pain. It's not over. So it was that mental attitude shift that really helped kick me into gear. And once I was able to feel more like I came out of this depressive cloud of fear, I was able to start doing more tangible things like small movement things. And I spent about 3 days, one day or 1 week coming up with a visual map of everything that I believed I valued for myself in my life, like what it meant to live a good life.